I think we're live. Hey everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. Have we got anyone here yet? Who knows? We got the link yet, Josh?
That's tragic, isn't it?
It
I'm
is.
getting the link now. 1 second. Share.
So we're going to talk Bitcoin 50K. Woo!
Amazing. How exciting is that?
It's so exciting. So all those bears that said we were going to 20K, where's 20K? It's 30K away. So 50K. And what were you saying earlier, Josh? We are now closer to 100K than we are to...
Well, yeah, then zero. I did some complex maths and yeah, that's the answer that came out. We are now closer to 100K as it stands. So there we go. I've just put that out on Twitter. We can get a retweet from you, Lisa.
I've already done that.
Cool. Right then, we should have hundreds of thousands of people.
There we go. I'm talking to myself.
Okay, who have we got?
We've got the updater. We've got Kamal. We've got Mylene. We've got Juan. We've got David. We've got Eleanor. And we've got Miracle Freddy.
Amazing. And Christian.
Christian. We've got Crypto Jesus. Yeah.
Amazing.
And Josh, there we go, Miracle Freddy.
Yay.
Yeah. So life is good. I'm settled into my new house finally and I've got internet, which is connected in the room that I need it connected. And I did it myself.
So. We're getting there, yeah. So clever. Alfredo, thank you for the private group, having a lot of success. That's just what we want to hear. Excellent. Tobias, how you doing? Oscar, is this a bull trap? The market seems too greedy. We'll get onto that. Joe, good morning.
Yep.
Massimo, oh my God, loads of people coming in.
Hey, Gabby. Hey, Carla. Everyone say hi to Carla. She's like buying a house soon with all her crypto profits.
Is that Carla? Was that another Carla?
Is that Carla? Oh no, that's another Carla that's been following me forever and ever and ever.
But Carla Sharmas, I'm sure you'll be getting a house of crypto profits soon as well. I can feel it.
I'm pretty sure Carla is in Texas. So
really?
Yeah, that Carla is in Texas.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lockdown till next month. I hope Melbourne lockdown is not that long. So we've got, I think, another 2 weeks. And Josh gets out of detention tonight.
Yeah, they call it detention. I feel like I'm back at school. The longest detention. Oh my gosh, 2 weeks, but I'm out tomorrow. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Mr. JFK. And yes, it was the other Carla. Yes. Yes, I got it right. She is in Texas. And yeah, she's got
4 a.m. Wow. Dedication.
Hey, SS. Oh, 4 a.m. Whoa.
That's dedicated.
And Kettleborn, you got your first vaccine. I haven't got mine yet. So I keep getting offered the AstraZeneca one and I don't want to die. So you know, if I get the AstraZeneca one, I'm like, yeah. Hey, Premio. It could be extended by 7 years. Yeah, it could be. For sure, it feels like it. It's like, yeah.
Wow. If anyone's got any questions,
yeah,
to throw their coins in to see if we can get some charting done.
Get into Bitcoin.
Do so. So
it's like 50K all the way.
Yeah. Wasn't it 50K where you did what a few months ago you did what's going to hit 50K first, your followers or your
I did, and it's like I hit 50K first and then Bitcoin followed. So am I going to hit 100K first and then Bitcoin's going to follow?
I think you're 600 people away now, so
yeah,
Bitcoin can catch up.
Go AMP, Peter. ACH is still correcting.
Look at that. Quick fire tips.
Kurt just said he's also not vaccinated. So Josh is fully vaccinated. So that's why he's a bit mental.
I am Pfizer, that's why. And also my Wi-Fi since getting vaccinated has been stronger than ever. Wherever I go, I just seem to have a signal. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, let's get into Bitcoin.
Let's do
So,
it.
it's going up and
Oh,
up and up. So, let's check it out. So, might help if I share my screen. I just don't look at it. I can see it, but you guys can't.
you share it.
Sharing my screen. Okay, Bitcoin. Woo! 50K.
Oh, look at
So
that.
how exciting is this? So this is, we are still above 50K. We're 50,187. So we are in this, this sort of channel of sorts. We've got a larger channel that we are trading though. So if we have a look at that, this parallel channel comes from all the way down here and all the way here. So, we potentially have, this sort of 52, 53 mark, and then our wave one's here. So this is, we probably won't drop below this. And yeah, so this is, wait, I'm trying to get my Elliott waves and it doesn't want to let me have the Elliott waves. It wants me to have the channel. So there we go. So we're in this smaller channel within the larger channel. So we're holding this range and we should hit this. So this is 53 to 20 is the top of this region here on this channel. So it's kind of best to ladder out a little bit before that, because potentially this region is just going to sort of drop. We could just explode too with the amount of bears we're going to have shorting at that region. So it's sort of a 50-50 whether you push your stop up here, or I'm sort of undecided whether I'm going to push my stop up there. As we get closer, I'm going to sort of assess what's going on with the exchanges and with what's going on with the shorts. So if we've got a large amount of shorts opening in this region, then I'm going to stay long, because obviously whales love to kill shorts at the moment. So we need to wait and see what happens here, because we could potentially just continue up in this region and just have a massive big explosion on Bitcoin. Yeah, so it's kind of a tricky area. We've got declining volume, but we don't need volume when we get to these regions. We just need shorters. So yeah, so if you want to lose some money in this region, I suggest you short. I wouldn't be shorting, but yeah. And if you do short, have a very tight stop loss. Usually a little bit above the channel, because the whales like to sometimes push the wicks up, like they've done in this region here. We pushed down into we had a side channel, and then we had another channel, sort of this channel going up. So if we go back down to the 2-hour chart, we can see that we got the wicks outside of this channel. And that's something that whales and exchanges always love to do, because they love to get all the stop losses that are sitting just beneath that channel. So you don't want to put your stop loss too close to those channel supports, because they are just going to get eaten up. Yeah, when people sort of go, okay, I've got enough room, but really you don't under a channel.
So we're not going to be too worried if Bitcoin comes and plays around in the 40s for a bit longer before heading up again.
Well, I don't think we're going to go much down into the 40s. So we've got this sideways channel here. So, and if as long as we sort of head a little bit sideways here, we've got a cross support in this region, which is 49,700-ish. We may just dip down to that and then take off again. So I don't think we're going to be heading into the 40s too much at the moment. I think we're going to sort of hover into the 50s, squeeze the shorts that are, there was a whole heap of shorts taken in this region. Because it was, it looked like resistance was not breaking at this point. It looked like we were sort of just tapping this region and, not able to break through. So what happens is there's discussion this morning in the chat, in the live chat in crypto, in Getting Started in Crypto, about how many times it can tap before it does break through. So normally on the fourth occasion on a channel, it will break through or it will have a larger rejection. So we've got 1, we've got 2, and we've got 3. So this is the 4th. We just missed on this one. So this is our 4th hit, and we broke through, which is a really good sign of strength for Bitcoin. And yeah, so we might just sort of head a little bit sideways in this region here before we head up. And yeah, I do think we're going to continue up. We're going to see at least 52,650 to about 53,200 in that region.
Cool. And what will alts be doing? Will they be following on, or are they going to be finishing their wave?
Yeah, most alts, there's a few that are getting near to completing pattern, but a lot have pulled back and are starting their sort of their 5th wave run. So, you know, if we look at like C98, which is one that we've had on Twitter, if I can find it. So we can see that we've had this pullback and we're now continuing on. And, you know, this is looking really strong. So we've got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. So, you know, it's continuing on. So once these 5th waves, and these can extend. So this is just a standard 5th wave. We could extend up to about $5 on C98. So once we get these 5th waves complete, Bitcoin should be at around sort of between 57 and 60K. And yeah, that's kind of when that Bitcoin wave is complete, and, you know, we'll get a larger pullback. So yeah, I think alts have got a little bit more in them. We'll probably see another green week, mostly green week. We're going to see some pullbacks, of course, but a mostly green week again this week.
Excellent. Everyone in the chat's pretty happy with that. No Bitcoin questions so far. So
yeah, so if they're in the group, they know exactly what's going, because we've been
exactly.
trading pretty much every wave. So this is Ethereum, and Ethereum is just moving beautifully as well. We've got this support here that became resistance, and it doesn't seem to be affecting the waves going up. We're just crawling underneath it, which is still okay. So if we pull that up, we're still going to hit the next target. We're just going to crawl along underneath. You know, if we can get a lot more, you know, which is what the RSI is showing as well. So this is a 4-hour chart. We're hugging the MA, the 100 MA, coming back down, touching it and bouncing up. So looking really, 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 really strong. And we can see that with the ETH BTC chart. So we're seeing that ETH has got, you know, quite a bit of strength against BTC right now. We're holding key levels with these pullbacks. The RSI is kicking up in all the right places. And yeah, so ETH is going to take off very soon. So we've almost completed this corrective pattern here. And yeah, so we should get ETH almost $4,000 for ETH.
Wow.
So yeah, which is massive, which is going to come close to the all-time high.
Awesome. Looking good. So we're in for a good week, hopefully.
I think we're in for a fairly good week. So, you know, unless some sort of really catastrophic news sort of happens, which does from time to time. But we've got, you know, we've got all the good news flooding in at the moment. So as long as the market sentiment is good, the waves are going to continue. So yeah.
Okay. Cool. Should we move on to a few alts? We've got a few.
Yeah, let's do 5 alts today.
5 alts. Okay, cool. Audio. We've had a nice request for audio. They asked for the chart in audio, but corrected it to on audio.
So audio is actually looking really good. So obviously we had this major sort of run during the week where we had, you know, we had this nice consolidation in this region and then a breakout. So I want to just show you this pattern. It's we get to this point and we're sort of at this, you know, resistance here, and then these waves shoot up. And this is happening with a lot of the patterns at the moment. So what I'm just going to quickly show you LRC, which did the same pattern today. So we can see that, you know, we've got this pattern. So this is a pattern that at the moment I'm looking for because it's going into a third wave. So we can see this consolidation pattern, and then all of a sudden it just shoots up. So, and that's our third wave. So we want to be looking for that this week, because there you're going to make the most profits, because, you know, when these waves absolutely, you know, shoot up like this is a 70% move. So, you know, you could probably, you know, easily catch at least 50 to 60% of that in, you know, even if it does pull back. So going back to audio, yeah, so it's in this really nice pattern. We've come down, we've corrected onto this support. We've had 2 touches of this support. The RSI as well has come back at this point, and we were on support on the RSI. It's kicked up really beautifully. So we should have one more pullback before we continue on. We're going to fill out this region here. So it's going to look something like this, pullback. This, and then head up higher. So this is kind of sort of like what Alice has done. So audio will have a similar pattern. So if I'm going to go and show you Alice as well, so we can see kind of what patterns these are playing out. So they're all in very similar patterns. So we can see that Alice had this, we had this consolidation in this region, and we shot up, and then we've consolidated here, and now we're in the 5th wave on Alice. So this is what we're looking for on audio. We're looking for this consolidation and then this wave up. So LTR has done that. We're going to have that consolidation come back down, and then we're going to have another wave up. So watch LTR as to where that consolidates, and then we will get a level on that one as well. So, but audio is in this consolidation period like Alice was in. So this lasted 27th of July through, so about 3 weeks. So audio may not take that long. It may take about 2 weeks, but it's going to have that consolidation period before it sort of takes off again. So yeah, so it's got, oops, I'm just drawing lines on here. So it has got a nice sort of triangle sort of region that will fill out in this area, and then potentially about $7.60 we're looking at longer term on audio.
Cool. Okay, next one is from Bass. It's Matic.
Matic.
I've seen Matic for a while.
So Matic's in one of these channels as well. So, you know, this is like a channel that we've got on a lot of charts. So you can see this consolidation. We haven't had that explosive wave on Matic as yet either. So we should get that as well. So looking at about $3 coming up on Matic once we get that wave sort of exploding up. So we're waiting on a third wave to come on a lot of these patterns. Now, Bitcoin obviously needs to sort of just hang sideways and slowly sort of head up in this region over the next day, just to keep alts looking nice. If Bitcoin starts to really bleed out, obviously you want to start looking at exiting your alts, but I think it should be okay. A lot of these patterns are still showing that they have third waves up. So yeah, so about $3 longer term on Matic. It could have a little bit more consolidation in this region to go.
Okay. Trying to pick charts that we didn't go through in the group yesterday. A lot of calling for XRP, which I think we did.
Yeah, let's do. No, we didn't do XRP. I can't remember.
I think we did, but let's do it.
XRP is always a good one. So it's actually moving to perfection. So if you were in the group and you watched the video yesterday, our weekly Zoom, you would have seen this pattern here. So we're in an ABC here. Potentially we've got a pullback. It may not be that big, just consolidating in this region and then taking off. So I think XRP has one more wave down, unless we get some amazing news in the next day or so. And then, you know, this is I'm looking at an extended correction phase here in this region. So that's why we've still got one more wave. It can be complete. It's, you know, we could have completed an ABC in this region. We've got a very sort of weird wave count in this A wave. So it could be complete and could be headed up. I'd be laddering in. I don't think it's going to drop terribly much. It's got a lot of support. It's got a lot of volume starting to come in. So yeah, I'd be dollar cost averaging this one, and I think it's going to head up fairly soon.
Okay, and I think just because we had so much fun doing it yesterday, we should have a look at what TEL did.
What TEL? Oops.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look. Well, it's absolutely pouring down here in Melbourne,
isn't it?
So this is TEL.
Oh,
so,
boom! Boom!
So this is we were looking at this in the group last night, and you know, it was stuck under this channel, and you know, it did sort of consolidate a little bit more under the channel. Now we've got this resistance which we've hit here, and we are sort of consolidating under. I do think this is going to continue on, but like I was saying with Ethereum, it may just consolidate a little bit under this resistance before it continues on. So this resistance here goes all the way back. So it goes all the way back to April. So, you know, it's quite a strong resistance. It was a support for such a long time. So this is, you know, the fourth touch, and it broke down. You know, and that's the thing. So it's normally 4 touches either way, and then it either, you know, continues on or it breaks down. So in this case, it broke down. We've had 1, 2, 3. We will come a little bit sideways before having a 4th touch and attempting to break through. If it can't break through, it's going to come down and retest this channel here. So, you know, if you're sort of taking a bet each way, you have some orders down lower at around 25, just to be lucky, just in case. But I really do think that it's just going to hover around sort of sideways here and possibly break through at this point. So this target is 30 cents, or 0.03 cents. There's a 0 in there. Oh. Yeah, before it sort of heads up. So they do have a V3, I think, coming out. So that should drive the price a little bit as well.
Very good. Okay. Chris McKay's in the chat. Good to have you, Janet.
Hey, Janet, how's it going?
One of the OGs. Okay. Let's look at TRX.
TRX.
And I think we will do one more.
Absolutely taking off. So TRX is crawled along this, so broke down into this region and then continued, and just bouncing on the support and continuing up. So this is another one that's going to fill out this sort of triangular area for a little bit. So we'll probably see a wave like this before we head up. At this point, we're kind of, you know, we can go quite parabolic at that point. So let's have a look. Let's put some waves on this. See where we're at. Yeah, so potentially we've got 17 cents on TRX on a longer term trade. So we do have some more sideways coming up. We're still going to crawl up this support. The RSI is looking fairly neutral. This is a 2-hour chart. and the MACD is starting to kick up, which is nice. So that means we are going to continue in this region. It's all looking fairly good. We've got kind of a small lull in volume on TRX, but it kind of doesn't always need volume to be moving. So yeah, it's not looking ugly. And yeah, so as long as we keep holding these support regions, we will be fine and continue up. So 17 cents, guys.
Okay. Cool. Right, let's have a look. Janet's requesting 1 inch. I'm not sure how serious a request that is.
So from what I've heard inside the group, 1 inch is pumping tomorrow.
Oh, well, right. Okay. Is there some news or something I missed out on? Or that's obviously an in-joke in the group, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You guys have got to get in
I hear that you've got a day off tomorrow, Josh.
Look, can we focus on the charts, please? Oh, now Janet doesn't want 1 inch. Story of my life. Okay.
So it's still looking good. 1 inch looks as if it's, you know, I'm going to quickly do it. This is a 15-minute chart. We're above the MAs. When we go to the 4 hour, we are way above the MAs and we're looking really good to start. So we've crawled up the same as what we've seen in all of those other patterns. So we haven't had the parabolic move in 1 inch as yet, but we should see it very soon. So $5.45. So we should be stroking it to $5.45.
Sorry, just seen the chat. Mondegreen has requested FRJ.
FRJ?
Which, apparently stands for the free Josh. Free Josh. So yes.
I was going to say, I don't know where
you hadn't heard it. Yeah.
Apparently they free Josh tomorrow at 8:30 a.m.
Yeah. So that coin should be pumping as well. I'd long that one if I were you. Okay.
Right, one more chart, and then yeah, we'll call it a day.
Yeah. Phase 1 inch parabolic move tomorrow. Okay.
I think Phase was the one that started it in the group.
Yeah, you are the perpetrator.
Yeah. Everyone needs to buy 1 inch tomorrow so it pumps.
Oh my goodness, that's not financial advice at all. One more. We had a couple of requests for Doggy, J, however you want to pronounce it.
So Doggy is actually Bitcoin. Are you going to ask me why?
Sorry, what? I was reading the chat. I wasn't listening to you.
Just not listening to me. That's the story of my life, isn't it, Josh?
What were you?
I said Doggy is actually Bitcoin if it opens.
Oh, right. Correct. Yes. Yeah, there's a big story behind it.
So Doggy is actually a fork of Litecoin, and Litecoin is a fork of Bitcoin. So that makes Doggy Bitcoin.
It's a bold statement. It's a very bold statement.
It is. And, you know, Elon agrees Doggy is Bitcoin.
This is true.
Yeah. So we've got strong support in this region. I don't see any reason why Doggy can't reach $1 on this bull run.
Wow. Okay, I might need to get myself.
So I'm going to call that. We've got a resistance that, hang on, let me draw that. Let's see where this resistance goes. I'm going to go up some time frames so we can see that. So if we move on the other side of this, we can see that we can go on the other side of this resistance and keep tapping, and we're going to get to $1.
And would you, when you do that, would you take into account the timeline at the bottom? So that says what, December at the end of this year, or does that not really?
No, I don't even look at the timeline. It's like I just look at the pattern. So as it, can be fast or slow. It really doesn't faze me as to how long or how slow it takes. But I do think it's going to go to $1. So if we're looking at this, we've almost completed our wave 1, wave 3 will come back, have a bigger correction, and then a 5. So, I think that's what we're looking at on Doggy, dollar. I'm going to say it, Doggy to $1.
Wow. Okay. I'll have to get myself a bag of that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when we look at that, it's not a huge jump, because at the moment we're at 32 cents. So it's only 3 times. 300% rise, which many of the coins have done this week. So AVAX has done 400 and something percent. So it's not outside of the realm of possibility. They do have a huge market cap, but with the right sort of volume coming in, anything is possible.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. Well, Monda Queen's also requested MLA, Moon Lisa.
You guys are so funny. It's like, yeah.
So is there any final tips this week? Any final charts you were looking at? Or
so I think Volcania is one that I'm sort of accumulating at the moment. I'm buying the dips. It's a new coin, and they've got a mainnet launch coming out. So, they're going to make a lot of stuff really, really simple when it comes to, the sort of the dashboards and everything for the coins. So we know what we're looking at. So check that one out, VLK. It's on Pancake, I believe, BNB pair. So what else am I looking at?
Yeah, a few people already mentioning VLK, Volcania in the chat, so they'll be happy to hear that shouted out without it being referenced before. So
nice. So B-Pro is another one. So your casino coins and your gaming tokens, they are all still running really strong. So, like Wink, B-Pro, casino coins, another one. So, they're always really, really good to look at. We've got, all the sort of the, what do you call those? The large caps like, BCH and Neo and, the older coins. They're all running really well. They haven't done their parabolic moves yet. So they're ones to keep an eye on, because they will start to run. We're sort of getting all the low caps and the small cap coins that are, doing their major runs at the moment. And then we'll move into those big cap coins. So once, that money sort of flows and continues. So, so just keep an eye on it. I will put a few little charts here and there up on Twitter this week and over the next week. And
cool.
It's looking really
okay. And ACUT says to have a look at DOC when we can, because they've got a lot of events coming up in the next few weeks. So we will have to note that one down. Perfect. Thanks everyone for joining. Smash that like button.
Yeah, don't forget, smash it.
Smash it. And we will be back next week.
We will. See you later. And we'll catch you on Twitter.
Catch you there.